bit better, especially if you're going for a long-term funded account that gives you more max drawdown. I find that very, very helpful. Also, they of course have something like the 90% profit split, and it's not listed here, but we're going to get over that into our next page. Our next page being the checkout page, of course, guys, we're going to be looking at a little bit of the pricing and how things are going. Now, currently, I wasn't able to find a ton of promo codes, so the price is probably a little bit flexible. I bet if you really dig, you're going to be able to find about 10 to 15%, but it wasn't as common. Currently, as of today, there wasn't like a lot of promo codes that I could find on like Prop Firm Space. So you're going to be paying a little bit more for an account like this, but I do want to stress that because this is a broker-backed prop firm that's been in the industry. Once again, Think Markets has been in the industry for quite a while, over 14 years at this point. You're kind of paying for that peace of mind. You're kind of paying for that. Okay, they're probably not going to have solvency issues. They're probably not going to just pull the rug out on me as if I get a challenge with them. So for something like that, I'm willing to pay a little bit more. And I think in terms of a trader, you should be as well. Okay, so let's look a little bit at how much this is going to add here to our total cost. Now let's say I wanted to get something or how I would set up my challenge, for example. Now before we go ahead and actually click on these add-ons, I want to explain a rule to you guys really quick, which I'll show in a next slide just for a proof. But this firm has news trading in their first phase, second phase. But on the live phase, if you do not select the news trading rule and you violate their news trading rule, you will breach the account, and it's a hard breach. You will lose the account fully. So for someone like me who is a swing trader, I don't want to risk that at all. Personally, I'm always going to be purchasing the news trading option. If in this case, for example, my trade hits news while I'm asleep, because it's a swing position, I don't want to have that risk on me and that stress. So I'm always going to purchase the news trading option, which is going to add a little bit to the cost, of course. But I think for that peace of mind, especially if you're going for a long-term approach, it's really quite worth it. So for me, I would just do the classic 10 and 5. And the news trading, as you can see, that does increase the price almost by 50%. So you're going to be paying a little bit more, like I said, for this, guys. But once again, you're having that safety and peace of mind with this account. So just remember, the news train rule. And I'm actually going to show you guys a little bit more of that in depth right now. All right, guys, hopping into the fine print of the news rule. As you guys know, industry standard, we have the 2 minutes on either side of the red folder news. But more importantly here, let's also take a look at the simulated or the phase 1 and phase 2 challenges here. If you're rapidly or kind of gambling on the news, they might revert you back to phase 1. So once again, guys, I don't recommend gambling as a trader here. If you're going for long-term growth, I recommend taking a long-term system with an edge. So just don't even worry about that. If you're gambling, probably not the firm for you. So I would just stay away from this one. Coming down here, guys, most important part of the entire rule section here for news is that any activity during this 4-minute period or window will result in immediate termination of the funded agreement, account cancellation, forfeiture, and every profit. So guys, extremely, extremely important that if you don't have the news add on, you are risking your entire account if it gets hit. So really, really recommend purchasing that news add-on. If you're going to be going long-term with this from VPS section, guys, basically just don't do it. If you're not using any, to sum things up, if you do have an EA, you are permitted, but you basically want to be in communication with them about that. And they do have a preferred VPS provider, which is Forex